I bet you didn't think you'd see me so soon, did you? But today, I want to talk about the many swipes our Meggy Poos has made against the royal family, but then completely contradicting herself. So, let's dive in. Everything I talk about in my videos is my opinion only, so sit back, relax, grab yourself a cuppa or a drink of your choice and enjoy. I'll also be going into many lies that she's told against the royal family. I'm sorry I don't sound too well today because I'm not, but I'll continue as I do. But anyway, yes, I want to talk about the lies she's also told. Number one that springs to mind is the Oprah interview that she completely race baits on the tell-all of lies that I call it, and she says there was many conversations, and then Has appears and said there was one conversation. So please make that make sense. The math just ain't math in there. But Has definitely told some porkies too. So 2 years later, it's unconscious bias.
It's education, it's awareness, and it's a constant work in progress.
So yes, so we had that as well. So the engagement interview. So yes, they said a friend had set them up, and if you noticed on there, she interrupts Has, Meggy Poos does, and says, we need to keep that name private. We need to respect her privacy, when she has zero problem going into anyone else's privacy, the royal family being one. Number two, the fake Beyonce text, I believe, on the Keeping Up with the Sussexes that they did on Netflix.
Beyonce just texted. She wants me to feel safe and protected. She admires and respects my bravery and vulnerability and thinks I was selected to break generational curses that need to be healed.
So Meggy Poos and Has said on Keeping Up with the Sussexes that on the engagement interview they wasn't allowed to say their exact story of how they met. They had to fake that a friend had set them up, apparently. But we all know that there was a friend that did set them up. It wasn't, they said it was to do with Instagram, and it's really confusing because they talk about social media, if it's like awful for kids and stuff like that, when they have the most rabid fan base out there that they never call out. So that's another big contradiction. She also said that she knew nothing about Has when they met. That is a total lie. We all know that. She was trying to social climb so bad when she came to the UK, and Lizzie Cundy was one of the people she ghosted. Also Piers Morgan, as she was done with him, she also ghosted, and a friend did get her in contact with Has. It wasn't them going in, as they said on Keeping Up with the Sussexes. She said she didn't know anything about him, and she just wanted to go into his Instagram, as that's how you know the real person, or whatever she said. No, I would say most of the things that people put out on Instagram is mainly fake. So, you know, that's a really strange way to find out about someone. Really strange, especially when they go in on social media so much. She also, as revealed by Nikki Priddy, who was a long-time friend during school, who she also ghosted, she had a book of Princess Diana, as she was obsessed with her. I mean, we've all seen how she's cosplayed her so much. So, yeah, she had a book of her. She was so obsessed. And when she was a social media influencer on the Boring Tig, there was a picture of her holding a front cover spread of Princess Kate, as she called her. That's not her title, my love. You want everyone to respect your titles, but you don't respect anyone else's. So, okay. So, yes, she had a front cover spread and was saying all really nice things about, I mean, I don't know the exact quotes. I don't have them. So she was saying a lot of nice things about Princess Kate and Prince Harry, that's his actual title. Actually, it's the Prince of Wales now, and she's the Princess of Wales. Something Maggie Poo's would love to be. So yeah, during their wedding in 2011, she was all for that and excited. So the surrogacy, I mean, we all saw the flattening moon bump. It was so weird, the way she just kept holding it and stuff like that. It was just very, very strange, you know. And we all saw it. We all saw it flattening, and the way she used to like stand. I mean, I know I've had 3 kids, so the way she used to kind of stand and then stand back up. You cannot do that if you're heavily pregnant. Trust and believe. Now, she could come out with it and say, yes, I had trouble getting pregnant, and educate a few people on that and saying, yes, I had to use a surrogacy. But nope, she wants to keep her kids in the line of succession of this racist institution that she's constantly making swipes at. The Cut springs to mind. Also, the latest interview with the co-founder of It Cosmetics. There was a little subtle swipe in there, as I went into on my previous Sussex video. I invite you all to watch. Now, here's another one. Now, it's a little conspiracy theory, I know, but we all know a divorce probably will be this year. But, you know, they are really trying to fake that they're still together. They're not. So they've just been on this Beyonce concert. A few people do believe it was house was an AI. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. But they were faking a load of PDA to try and show us public that they're still together. They're not. We ain't stupid. They think we are as stupid as they are. Oh my, they really do. Now, this was a huge lie, I believe. So Maggie Poo stated she wanted to unalive herself, Sahaz, while she was still in the royal family, saying she wanted to unalive herself in the exact same way Princess Diana, the late Princess Diana, said she was going to unalive herself while carrying Prince William. So cosplaying once again, and then she was at Cirque du Soleil smiling away. I mean, again, make that make sense. But she said she went to HR with these issues. I mean, what? What? You know? So Prince we have to remember how much therapy he's had. Whilst in the royal family also. Plus, he was in Heads Together with the Prince and Princess of Wales. So, yeah. Why couldn't he get his wife mental health help when he gets so much for himself? So, yes, that was a total lie. I know I'm going back and forth a little bit here, but Maggie Poo's stated on the Keeping Up with the Sussexes that they secretly got married in the back garden of Windsor Castle, was it? Yeah, I think it was. Secretly got married. So then the Archbishop of Canterbury had to then come out and state, nope, that didn't happen, as it would be illegal. So that would be bigamy, Maggie Poo's. Do you not realise that? Do you not know that would be highly illegal? No. So that was a total lie. And she said it was a spectacle that for the world when they got married. That's really insulting, as she was highly embraced at that time by the public and the media. So what an insult and a slap in the face to everyone. I mean, it was like, what, over 1 million people that came to watch the wedding, and what a slap in the face to say it was just a spectacle for the world. Another insult thrown to the public, the media and the royal family. Again, she's just obsessed, isn't she? So again, back and forth in, but another massive lie was the soap advert.
Nick News.
I don't think it's right for kids to grow up thinking these things, that just mom does everything.
The gloves are coming off. Women are fighting greasy pots and pans with ivory clear pans.
And I said, wait a minute, how could somebody say that? I think I'll write a letter. The president of Procter & Gamble Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Dear sir, Last week at my school, we decided to watch the news for social studies. While through the channels, we saw a commercial for the new Ivory Clear dishwashing liquid. In the commercial, they said women are battling grease, meaning only women do dishes. When I heard this, the boys in my class started saying, yeah, that's where women belong, in the kitchen. So I was wondering if you would be able to change your commercial to people all over America. Thank you, Meghan Markle.
3 months after Meghan wrote to the president of the company, Procter & Gamble changed the commercial. Listen.
The gloves are coming off. People are fighting greasy pots and pans with Ivory Clear.
So she stated that it was herself that got it changed from women to people on that very advert. We all know what soap advert she's talking about. She goes into it so many times. It's so boring and people can see right through it. As we know, it wasn't her that changed that from women to people. So many people wrote in about it, Meghan Markle, not just yourself at age 11, and it was your father who you've ghosted, who got a camera crew in there with you to make it out like it was just you that changed the whole advert. Your father did that for you. So, and you've ghosted him. Oh God, and his health issues as well. And now she's really trying to get back in touch with the royal family and say she really cares about all their health problems. No, you don't, Meghan Markle. It's, you just know they have a bigger platform than the Markles, hence the reason you're really trying to get back in touch with them while making swipes. So again, back and forth. So we're back to the keeping up with the Sussexes, where she claimed she had to wear neutral colours all the time to blend into the background. We all know she didn't want to blend into the background, hence the reason she left the royal family. So here's the very picture of her wearing many colours whilst in the royal family. She also kept wearing black. Again, stepping out of the royal fold. She knew what she was doing, because the royal family only wear black for solemn occasions like funerals. So why did she keep wearing black whilst in the royal family? We all know why. She loves stepping out of the royal fold and, making headlines and stuff like that. She loved all that. Whether the headlines are bad or good, she loves it. She also claimed, our Meghan Markle, that she didn't know how to curtsy. I think everyone globally knows how to curtsy, my love. And Fergie has expressed that she did try and teach her, but she wasn't interested. So she did a very offensive curtsy. I mean, just look at Azzy's face on that.
It was like that. Like, I curtsied as though I was like...
That's not a curtsy, and if you did that, that's highly offensive. So Meghan Markle also stated that she had nothing to do with Finding Freedom, written by Omi Scobie and, sorry, I forget the other lady's name, but written by creepy Omi Scobie mainly, I guess. And they still state that they, one, have nothing to do with him, and he states that also. Yes, they do. I've had that confirmed to me. He is very much in touch with the couple. So she stated she had nothing to do with Finding Freedom, and then embarrassingly had to state on her court case that she did. How embarrassing, Meghan Markle, caught out once again. So now Meghan Markle has moved on to cosplaying our lovely Princess of Wales, Princess Catherine, as she's now a beekeeper. No, you're not. You had a beekeeper paid for by Netflix, and it was a very, very clear on With Love Meghan that you knew nothing about bees. Nothing. I mean, it was really cringy to watch, actually. She clearly knew nothing, and knew nothing about making the candles either. So now she's moved on to cosplaying Princess Catherine, which is highly annoying. So also on With Love Meghan, this is where I stopped watching. So episode 2, where she's with Mindy Kaling, sorry, I had to read that. She's with Mindy Kaling. They met, apparently they were email pen pals after meeting on archetypes, which was embarrassingly dropped. I keep having to add that. So they met on archetypes, had been email pen pals, and then she appears on With Love Meghan. Oh, God. So on this, she actually scorns Mindy and says, you do know I'm Meghan Sussex, don't you?
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and
It's
loves
so
it.
funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now.
And she also states that she says to her children, Sussex is our family name and it's so important that we keep it, or some ridiculous spiel that she came out with. That was a definite swipe to the royal family. I mean, Meghan Sussex, that's not even a thing, my love. That's not a title. That's nothing. You know, that's just a nothing. And saying to your children, Sussex is our name. Sussex, I bet they don't even know where that bloody is. So what are you talking about again? So there it is, just some of the lies that Meggy Poos has told, and she is totally fascinating to watch, I will say. I mean, we all know she's a narc. This is why she does all this, a complete narcissist, and this is why she titled her kids. This is why she's clinging onto those titles. It's all she's got. So yes, that's it for me today. Please subscribe, ring that notification bell if you enjoyed my content today, and much love.